Hi, and thanks for joining us. My name is Mike Wixson, and to my left, Danny Mauti, Metro Group of Companies. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you for having me, Mike.
We're going to do a series of these. And I think what's cool about this is it's not just about the company. It's about life. It's about motivations and making sure that you've got your career on track. And so I'll recommend that you watch the entire series. Many topics still ahead. Today, we're going to kick it off right at the beginning. This was not a massive company in the beginning. No company really is. How did this all begin for you and your family, Danny?
Yeah, so my parents got involved in the waste, we'll call it, industry in 1978. My mother used to work in a bank. My father used to drive a garbage truck. My father saw an opportunity to service the industry as far as the repairs were concerned, and my mother took a leap of faith and they went for it. And they opened up the first company, which was Metro Compactor Service, and it was all about servicing waste equipment back then.
This was a very specific, I guess, industry to get into, and a certain specificity to the work that you were doing, which was mainly repair. That's really kind of a vision to have when there's not a lot of people out there in that category.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. We still struggle with that concept today. I mean, we tell people all the time that people do not come out of high school or university or college wanting to be garbage compactor repair people. So we've struggled with that filling of that void in the industry for a long time. However, we build a culture of good jobs, great people, great places to work. So we've combated that pretty good.
So your family starts this business back in 1978. I would imagine it begins to grow. At what point are you involved yourself in the business?
I came into work in 91. So the business was established, different than what established today looks like. But I mean, that's for the world, not just our business. And I came right out of high school. So I didn't decided I wasn't going to go to college or university. My mother was not pleased.
I can see a mom not being pleased with that.
But yeah, I came out of high school and went straight to work for them.
So what did that look like for you? I get the feel that nepotism was not really a thing in your family. So what did that look like for you as a young man working with the company?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. When I first went to work for my parents, my mother absolutely up and down refused to let me work there. So I just kept showing up every day until they gave me a job to do.
Persistence,
yeah, and kept at it. And eventually my mother knew that I was interested, or at least I didn't have anywhere else to go. So she let me start working for the company and worked my way up.
When you had that opportunity to go to college, and I know you did, I'm sure that there was nothing between you and going to post-secondary education. What were the motivators at that time in your heart? Did you have some vision that this was really something you wanted to do with the family and with your life?
I don't think it was that I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I wanted to work.
Right.
Whether work was at college or university or getting a job, to me it was all the same thing. You woke up, you worked hard, you pushed forward as hard as you possibly could, which was a founding brick and mortar inside of our family. I watched my mother and father do it for my entire life. I watched my elderly brother, who is disabled, do it for his entire life. So failure was never really a option, we'll call it.
You just proceeded.
Correct. We just went for it, for sure.
Okay, what does that mean in your life? I mean, your family created a business. At what point do you take this business and begin to expand it, grow it, and nurture it yourself?
The biggest moment of the company's history, as far as that is concerned, was I was 22 at the time. My parents decided that they were going to take a 6-month hiatus out of the company and leave the entire organization in my hands with the people that we had. There was 8 people at the time, very good people. But their position was, we are going to take a vacation. We are going to go away. We're young enough to come back and fix the company if you've broken it. And if you've broken it, we're politely going to ask you to move on and go find your own career path, because this is our company and this is going to be our financial well-being for the rest of our lives. So off they went. They traveled the United States for what was supposed to be 6 months. I called them on the 5th month and asked them if they could come back, because I had bought a revenue producing property and my first acquisition.
Wow. They went away on holidays. Most guys that age throw a party at their parents' house. You acquired a company.
Yeah, it was interesting times. And the opportunities presented themselves. I didn't know what I was doing at all. And like everything else in life, if you go for it and you make a mistake, you pick yourself back up and try it again. And you've learned from it. We had some hiccups on the first acquisitions, but nothing we couldn't put together. And now that first acquisition is a huge part of the organization.
So that first move you made was a real major chess piece in going forward and growing.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
And what happened there was your parents put faith in you.
Yeah.
They said, okay, look, you're going to, it's trial by fire.
Correct.
Go and do what you think is going to be best for the company.
Correct.
And if you do that, you can proceed.
We will be, yes, absolutely. And we will be successful. And that common sense is still bound inside the walls of the organization. It doesn't make a difference which organization inside the group you work for. We promote and want people to make decisions and go for things, knowing that mistakes happen.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want you to sit and do nothing. We want you to move and make mistakes and learn and try it again, which is pretty common in our organization. We promote it pretty strongly.
It's amazing that echoes from that very moment with your parents right through today.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're going to give you the opportunity. We're going to listen to you. We're going to back you on the decisions, and we'll do it together.
Correct, 100%. And that is the way our organization pushes everything forward. It's a team effort, day in, day out, no matter what. You come to the game and you play as hard as you can to win the game for your team. Doesn't make a difference what position you're in. Every single position is the same value to us. Doesn't make a difference if you're the president or if you're a welder in the back of the shop. It's all important. So,
everybody's a human. Everybody has a cog in that wheel.
Absolutely, 100%.
Let's take a look at the overall group of companies now. What does the Metro Group look like today?
Yeah, as far as the organization is concerned, we're just north of about 300 people. We're north of $100 million in revenue, and we're North American bound. We're from Hawaii to Newfoundland.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. It's fun.
That's an inspiring story, and I like that it gives us a little bit of context for what we're going to do here next in the series, as we talk about what being a human in this operation means and what can be done when we put our minds together as a group. Danny, thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Thank you for having me, Mike.
We'll see you next time.